पीछे हो जाते थे
की ताकत तुमको नहीं पता.
मॅडम इकडे पीछे लेने नहीं इधर अच्छा है.
ये साइड
पाठीवा
ये साइड
लगेच.
पीछे
क्या हुआ
कॅन्डी.
सर ये साइड
सर इधर आ जाओ.
नहीं ये साइड ऐसे ही भैया
मॅडम तिकडे बॅकग्राऊंड चांगला आहे.
ये गाड़ी है बाहर.
त्या आहे अपोजिटला तुमच्या. हा येऊ. अरे दादा
लाईट पीछे लो ना जरा.
मॅडम या साईडला या का या साईडला. अरे बाबा रुकना जरा आने तो दे. तुम ऊपर लाइट मार रहे हो दिख रहा ही नहीं उनको. हाँ तो
नाही 2 मिनिटं इकडे येऊन टाका.
आधी बघ कोणाची लाईट होतं ते लोक या.
मुद्दा मॅडम इकडे.
मैडम इधर देखो मैम ये
राहुल सर राईट कॉर्नर.
इकडे इकडे आता समोर.
सर आइए सर
सत्य की ताकत तुमको.
आइए सर इधर देखिए. थैंक यू. चलो
थांबा थांबा मुग्धा मॅम सोलो करा ना.
एक सोलो करू लगेच.
सरांचा पण हवा होता सोलो.
राहुल सर
मॅम इकडे समोर.
मुद्दा मॅडम इकडे. हां येस
अरे नाही मॅडम तुमच्या सोबत पाहिजे. प्रॉपर नाही झाला. इकडे समोर.
राहुल सर इधर देखो ना साथ में.
इकडे समोर आता.
समोर एक इकडे लास्ट मॅम. इकडे सर एक लास्ट.
सर एक सोलो.
सर इधर देखिए राहुल सर. सर इधर.
ओके धन्यवाद सर.
थँक्यू.
Bandha Chawla ji, first you, can we please have you here? So he's in a little rush to leave, and Bharat sir, I know your dinner is waiting for you at Santa Cruz. Give it to my dignitaries. I'm going to please request Rahul Dev sir and Mugdha Godse ma'am to be here with us. No, be here with us. Even when I tell you to relax, just to do some felicitations. After we speak to the mentors, we're going to have you back again here. And maybe please invite Ashish Tiwari ji from First India. Shukriya. We're going to have the felicitations in the next few minutes from now, ladies and gentlemen. Felicitations by our stars and our superstars, of course. Mugdha Godse ma'am and Rahul Dev sir.
I just want to say, definitely on the sets, there is different kind of sets we have been part of, and I'm sure they know, like, you know, making a house and making a set is two different things, because house is durable and usable and yet beautiful. And I see a lot of greens has been used. I think that's in these days, right? A lot of plants inside the house, which is very nice but difficult to maintain also in Bombay. But then I also love that. And on the sets we have different zones, and it's larger than life, and you know, chandeliers and all. There are some very interesting things, but then you go and it's empty from behind, or something very interesting. So when actually I was making my house, I was like, I wish I knew you guys, but a long way back, like 10-15 years back, I actually clicked pictures and I said, "Aisa banana hai, mujhe table aisa banana hai." But of course that was not usable. But then I got something made like that. So yeah, so that's something I take inspiration sometimes, but you can't use those things. And I really like the cover. It's really nice. I really like. I'm loving the whole. It's simple. It's contemporary. It's green, and it's looking nice. Thank you guys.
Rahul sir, we also want to know about this, but also about your upcoming projects, both of you in fact.
We have just come from the set of a project we just wrapped today. It's called the sequel to 1920. Senior Bhatt Sahab Maheshi has written it. Vikram Bhatt, who made the first one, is the director. Is the producer for it, and the director is his young daughter Krishna. So very happy. I've seen her as a 14-year-old on the sets of Footpath. You know, she used to do piano lessons. And coming back to the sort of parallels to draw between the sets. I mean, what to say? I mean, this entire project's been shot on a set, for example. And of course, it involves a ghost. So you know, it's a little spooky, the set. And so you know, when you're there breaking down the living room after having shot there 20 days, it's a bit of a heartbreak you go through. And then you suddenly go into another thing in the same place. The kitchen area is different, this, that, and the other. But I think what it lacks, I mean, it's got great air conditioning, but you really, I mean, I love earthiness. I love being closer to nature. My home at Delhi sort of reflects that. I can see the cover here reflecting a lot of green, and we all know, I mean, the global warming, this, that, and the other. So much of has been written about it. So green has always been in for me. It's always going to be there as long as green is there. I think we guys are going to be all happy ever after. And coming to some interesting sets, I think Ahsoka was shot very, very interestingly. The legendary Santosh Sivan shot it, and because it dealt with a certain period and about Ashoka the Great, a narrative, SRK playing that. So it was a very beautiful journey. Thankfully, because of my work, I've been to and traveled across the globe to various kinds of architectures. Been part of Victorian, been part of contemporary here. The Maharaja Patiala, his palace we've shot in. Ranthambore, the wildlife sanctuary, it has got a palace there. We shot a thriller in there. So so all kinds of architecture, basic things, even in jhogis and jhopris I've shot, depending on from subject to the other subject. So it's been a terrific learning in terms of when you see sustainability. When you see a person surviving in that hatched sort of simplistic place. What does he do when the rains comes? What do they do when something sort of leaks? So it sort of makes you ponder at that time, and suddenly the next day it's so strangely bohemian, and he was transversed into a palace, and a lot of incredible set designers. I mean, I've been to the Film City, which the legendary Nitin Desai created, which is like an entire city of sets. One of the finest art directors to come out of this country. You have the Film City here. I've shot at Ramoji Film City. In fact, our film was the first ever film to be shot actually there. It was called Champion way back with Mr. Sunny Deol in the lead. So so when you travel so much, I've been part of various languages. Kerala has got a different kind of feel to it. We are filming in I remember in December 20th onwards, I'm going to be in Gulmarg, which is going to be -20, with the legendary Santosh Sivan again, about a story about the poetess there, who was there in the Haba Khatun, her name is, 16th century. So again there'll be another kind of feel of a place for a few days. थोड़ी देर इश्क होता है उस जगह से, फिर आप वापस लौट के बुद्धू घर को आ जाता है. and then you have the whole place that you have is what you can create your happiness in the interior. And of course, you have a danda कि यार late हो रहे हैं उधर से अशोक के phone आ रहे हैं, you know, all of that. So you come back to the whole regular coffee, you literally smell it again. So that's what, you know, sort of means to me.
Beautiful. That was very, very touchy and.
Our mentors.
Thank you.